has a he has that awesome looking axe thing, which is considered a power weapon. So yeah, and Commissar here, he does not have a profile in the Codex. He is considered an attachment to any regimental, infantry squad in the army, and he's just an additional 30 points. And one of my favorite guys, Commissar Yark. I'm not sure if you can really see that, but he is really cool. He is the Let me find what an orc said about him. If you know an orc says something awesome about him, then he is kick-ass. Where is it? Well, here's one phrase from Yark. Heroes of Armageddon, you have withstood the evil savagery of the orcs and have nothing left for you to fear. So raise high the black banners of vengeance. Now is our time. Yark said that after the Third War of Armageddon, which he brought back a shitload, which he just kept back a shitload of orcs. And where is that? What the orc said? Well, I'll just summarize it. Pretty much the orc said, I'm going to try to do an orc impression here, so all you orc fans out there, if I don't do a good impression, I'll just tell me. Pretty much said, all them humies, they need to be trampled beneath our feet, except that there Yark. He's a good fighter. And so, yeah, that's pretty much what he said. Yark, point-wise, he's pretty expensive. I believe he is 185 points. And he does not have any upgrades for him. A little background with Yark. He was found on a destroyed planet, bolt gun in hand, shooting orcs left and right I believe he was 5. So he was then drafted into the Imperial Guard, made his way up to Commissar, and then in the third battle of Armageddon against the Big Mech of the Orcs, he and the head Big Mech went into close combat. The Big Mech snapped his right arm back, but Yark did not let the pain get to him. He sliced off the orc's head with his chainsaw, took the battle claw, which is right here, off the orc. Well, first he took the battle claw off the orc, held it up for all the orcs to see, and they all fled at that sight. Then after that, he allowed himself the luxury of passing out from the blood loss, and he kept the battle claw. He does another cool thing about him is his little laser eye, which is considered a hotshot las pistol, 6 inches, blah blah blah. Some of the special rules, the aura of, some iron, I'll first go with the Iron Will. Pretty much what that does for him is, he only has 3 wounds in all. Say he loses his 3rd wound, he is not removed immediately as a casualty. He is placed on his side, and on the next turn, on your very next turn, you roll 1d6. On a 3 up, he will stagger back up to his feet with 1 wound. Let me re-roll that. So I rolled a 6. So he is back on his feet, 1 wound, and he's placed anywhere on the field more than 1 inch away from an enemy. He is not good in close combat. The battle claw is his only close combat weapon, and it's a power weapon, so initiative, he will attack last, and odds are he will die before you're able to use that battle claw. And that's pretty much it for for my soldiers. Time to go to the vehicles. I gotta hurry, and we have a little bit of time left on this. First, I will start with Hellhound. As you can see, it does not have a front weapon on it. I I decided not to glue in the front weapon, because what I think is cool is Games Workshop is now making models so that most of the weapons are interchangeable, so you don't have to glue in a certain weapon. Not only does that save us time and effort, but money as well. Chimera, not really much to show there. It's a transport carrying capacity of 12 models. Yeah. One of my favorite vehicles, the Death Strike missile launcher. It was only released by Games Workshop last summer. One of the things that makes it really, really awesome is that the missile itself right here isn't pretty much an intercontinental ballistic missile. It has, I believe the maximum range is 240 inches. I could be wrong on that. So, it cannot fire first turn, unfortunately. So it has time. You have to give it time for the rocket to power up for launch. But say that your opponent is in shooting range of it, and it hits it, depends it, and rolls a weapons destroyed result. One things I like about it is that the missile cannot be destroyed as a weapons destroyed. It is only delayed by -1. Then you would have to, your next turn you roll. Let's see, what did I get there? A 4. All right, doesn't shoot. Let's see. 6. No matter what, like not even with the negative modifier, it will launch. If you roll a natural 6, it will launch. Now, if it went through one turn, nothing happened to it, didn't get shot, you could roll a 5. It gets a +1 modifier. It launches. So launches. You decide, where you want it to land. So I make it land right there. Roll my scatter dice. All right, -4, so that is 4 inches. Be about right here, right around here. And then you roll 3d6. No, it's 3d3. So 1 inch, 2 inches, 5 inches. And it automatically has 3 inches, so that is an 8-inch blast range. It is an 8-inch blast range. Everything under that is hit with the full strength, which is strength 10. So, strength 10. Most soldiers will be dead under this blast. Vehicles, they're automatically hit. All you have to do is roll pen and roll them on the damage table. My Basilisk, I was experimenting with different paint schemes, so as you can see I have the Iron Cross on that. This model really did disappoint me the way Games Workshop made it. They only made it so you can make the Basilisk unless you do some really, really great conversions. You could maybe get out a Medusa, no, not a Medusa, but a Griffin. This model, it was fun to build, but Games Workshop really did not do this model justice. They recalled it, made a new model of it. They changed nothing except they got rid of one guy that you put on the back. But this it's a good model for the game. It fires, has maximum range of, I believe it's 120 inches. Strength 10, so most soldiers will die underneath it. It's blast. You gotta roll the template. Blah blah blah. My Valkyrie. This model really excited me when I got it. It still excites me now, even though I have to do some work on it. It was insanely fun to build. Really, really fun. I did not know piece went right in there, but who cares? I don't really know what to say about that. Now my Lehman Russ Punisher. This model is insane. It is really, really... Well, any Lehman Russ in general is insane. But this one, the cannon on here, it fires the most shots in the game. It is a heavy 20. So you roll 20 dice, strength 8. Or, 7 or 8. One of the bad things about it is it has very high AP value, so you're not penetrating any armor. It's a soldier. You fire it. it's used to take down soldiers. The sponsons on it, they are optional, but if you want to get some, at least some 6 extra shots on it, as you can see, I equipped it with heavy bolters. If you can see, where I get plus 6 shots, it is worth it. Don't get a few extra shots. So, yeah, I did have sentinels. They fell off their bases. So that's pretty much it. It's, it wasn't that detailed in the models themselves, but if you have any questions, shoot me an email, shoot me a message on YouTube. Please, comment, subscribe, favorite, all that YouTube bullshit. And if you have any questions, ask me or go to your local Games Workshop. So, yeah. Peace.